Mommy.
He'll never be ready.
Hello and thanks for tuning in. This is Foosbag of Wicked Cruel.
I'm Mommy Gubby, and that's the hippie.
And I got the family with me as I do this recap video for, what is this, week 17 of Destiny. Actually recording the day late, had some technical errors, but I have not played any missions or anything, so this is all where the gear sat at the end of the week. And it was actually a pretty good week. I gotta say, I'm pleased. One of the most exciting things for me is getting up to Eidolon Ally. This starts as Husk of the Pit. You gotta get to level 3 of Arist in order to buy the orb you need to do the proper upgrade on it. And I finally got that to that point, and you also need 10 Black Wax Idol, which took me forever. Get them a lot more often when I don't need them. So not even halfway done with it yet, but this is the one where to finish it off, you need the Crux of Crota, and to get the Crux of Crota, you need to beat Crota on hard, which we don't know when will be available yet. And apparently, when you do beat it on hard, you have a random chance of getting that Crux. And then if you get the Crux and have the gun, the ally, all ranked up, you can then turn it into the Necrochasm, which is an exotic auto rifle that does arc damage. But I think this is an awesome way that they've set up for doing a gun and unlocking it, because it sure feels like you're earning it. But yeah, so it's great to have that all done. Speaking of having things done, I got No Land Beyond all finished up. And as is the pattern with most weapons, it's as soon as you finally get it all the way upgraded, then you switch and start using something else. The jury's still kind of out on this gun. I think I really like it if I'm playing missions solo. If you're playing with people who are productive at all, as you sit there and work the bolt action to take your next shot, you'll just watch everything get killed in front of you. It just takes too long. But if you're playing by yourself, you can, you know, dip and dodge and duck around and time it right, and it's actually a pretty fun sniper rifle. That goes in your primary slot, which then frees up, you know, your secondary to do all kinds of other stuff. But so that got finished, that got upgraded. I don't know if I pointed this out. I think it happened this week. Maybe it was last week. But the Devil You Don't, which is an expansion pistol you can buy from the Vanguard, and I bought. Shortly after that, I got it as a drop, and way better perks than the one that you buy from the Vanguard. It's got the increase the reload speed when the mag is empty, which is awesome considering it has 5 shots. That I think you can only upgrade up to 6 shots. So that's great. And then also has kills with this weapon grant bonus damage for a short time, and who doesn't like that? So the random one I got kind of made it seem like the other one was worthless, and I got rid of it, and that's just fine. Going down to the special weapons, I got the Swordbreaker drop from Crota, which is exciting. There's only one more gun I need to get out of Crota, and I'll have all the currently available guns. I need the Song of Iriut yet, which is the heavy machine gun. I really don't use shotguns very much. I'm not that great with them, and for how much I like to melee kill stuff, you think this close range weapon would be for me, but I've just never got the feel for them. Never put in the time they deserve either, and maybe this is one that'll get me to do it eventually. But so, always fun to get a good drop like that. Need the stuff to upgrade Black Hammer still. You've seen these guns, Light of the Abyss. Actually is a really good gun. And I've been kind of saving my radiant energy, and we'll see what happens, because we don't know when hard mode is, and what if it comes out next week and I just spent all my energy? That would be a bummer, so I'm kind of holding on to that stuff. And I believe there is a question from the audience. Yes?
Well, I'm wondering if you can show all of the viewers which have none, well,
What would you like them to see?
how many exotics and purple weapons they have on that only level 6 or more character on the bottom, which is the Warlock. I want you to show them how loaded you are with exotics and legends. There is not a single green, white, or blue.
Okay, that was Hubby Gubby, and what he's talking about is I have 3 different Warlocks I've made, which is how I do the raid multiple times a week. And the third one I made was actually just for storage, and I've been putting in all kinds of extra guns on that person. And so it was level 6 and had purple guns and yellow guns and armor that it couldn't even wear. And I actually played it a little bit. I got her up to level 10 now. And But I'm not going to switch to it right now because I just want to kind of get through the main gear I want to talk about is already here. So that's kind of what I'll focus on now. And I think we're on to go into the heavy weapons. And Hunger of Crota is still my favorite rocket launcher, spoken by someone who does not have Gjallarhorn, however you say it. I don't have that yet, but hope to get it eventually, you know. So I've been just kind of upgrading the stuff that I've got, as in putting the experience in it. I don't usually put the materials in it unless it's something I think I'm really going to use, and I just don't think I'm going to use this, but we'll see what happens. Any news in here would be that I've been putting a bit of experience into Dragon's Breath, just dropping bounties on it from time to time,
Also,
which is handy. One more interruption. What's up, dude?
I was just having a question. Oh, also, I was waiting for you to say, hey, looks like we have a question from the audience.
We do have looks like we have another question from the audience.
And also, I was about to suggest the Dragon's Breast because I saw you had forgot about the cool Dragon's Breast.
I remembered it. One thing I kind of noticed about, I have 2 new expansion exotic guns, and so like Dragon's Breath, which, you know, looks like this, as it loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. It's kind of an old school looking rocket launcher, you know, and World War II era, like remember when they used to put, like, paint their insignia on their planes and everything. And then also with the sniper rifle here, No Land Beyond, same thing, very old school looking weapon, and it just kind of makes me wonder, you know, why they do that and what's going on. But just kind of a side note on it. For this stuff over here, I upgraded my Apotheosis Veil from Xur. I haven't really put anything in it, as you can see, but it is now the 2nd gen version of it. I have the 2nd gen version of this and of that, so that's handy. This is my bane right here. Tonight, and I think the last person just signed on, will be doing Crota's raid. I only need 5 shards and I will be level 32, and I really think that's going to happen. I'd be surprised if I don't get it out of one raid. I think I will before I get to Crota, but most likely I'll be doing the raid twice tonight using my alternate character as well. So I will be 32, and that's exciting. Once I reach that, then I'll start saving the repeat drops of raid gear to make it so I can balance out these scores. Like normally I would never sit with these scores like this. I just have gear on to show it off. I don't like ever sitting at 100% on any one of these abilities, because then it just seems like you're not being as efficient as you should. So got that maxed out. This was the new one that I got from Xur, the Starfire Protocol. Really exciting piece of armor, fusion rifle ammo, and then heavy weapon ammo, awesome perks. Then this, gain an additional fusion grenade, and that's a sticker grenade for the Sunsinger, and awesome, because you can also get a second grenade with your subclass settings. As it turns out, that does not stack. You cannot get 3 grenades out of it. But what it does then, when you put this on, means you can then go into your subclass, and instead of having to put on your second grenade, because you should wear a second grenade, it's awesome, means I can put Angel of Light back on, which makes you float when you pull up your scope, and I love doing that. But what I should do is use this one, which causes everyone to catch on fire if they take damage from your grenades, but I really like to float, so that's why I've been leaving that sit. But that's an exciting piece of armor. As far as I can tell, there's, with the expansion, 1 new piece per slot for each class. So that was a new piece. That was a new piece. And the 1 new exotic I'm missing is the Obsidian Mind, which is that all-black helmet. And I'm counting on Xur to do the right thing this week and get me that. I got this drop as well. 2nd gen, but original armor that I'll probably put experience in, but might never even wear. It just seems like if you get it, you should do something with it. With the encouragement of Hubby Gubby, I bought this Bond this week. It is a pretty cool looking Bond, don't you think?
Yeah, I tried to suggest it, but my mom said I shouldn't have any more questions as they go into us.
And I'm going to keep going here, even though you have valid points. I just want to get the video wrapped up. And then down here, let's see, you've already seen the ship. Cool looking, but at the same time, could be a little fancier. I think you've seen all these shaders. I bought this finally, one of the coolest looking emblems in the game. That happens when you reach the proper rank with Eris. But that's pretty much what I've got to show, I think. You know, I only have 5 exotic items left to upgrade with Xur, which aren't on this character, so you're not going to get to see them. And I don't think they're in the vault either. But I appreciate you tuning in, and please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that for sure. Share the video, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be back next week with another update. Yeah, all these guns I got in here are the 2nd gen version of them, so I have a lot of work to do in terms of ranking up my exotic weapons. And another thing I'm going to start doing is saving pieces of armor. So the Viper Spine, I'm going to get every single piece of that just to have a set of armor and see which ones I think look the best. And once I have a few of them, that'll probably get a video all its own. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the wild.